Welcome back to Post-Match. I am here with Whit. Oh no. I'm here with not winner Jordan. We're gonna discuss the how we liked the game and all the different aspects of it. How you feeling?
I feel like there was trickery afoot, there was alliances and cheating.
You started it. You started it with your husband, and me and Crow ended it, and Crow can't do math.
I feel cheated. I love Game of Thrones so much. It is such a staple part of my personality, and I should have won one.
You should. But you didn't. Our first category we get to talk about in this lovely little game is the box bit. This is the box. It's very small. It's a very compact game. Out of 10, how do you like it?
Oh, out of 10?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this a 4. Like, I like the size of it, but like, guys, this is it. There's not even like a little insert, and there is more than enough room to make little inserts in this. Yeah. Also, why are these cards in such a good sized bag, and then these ones have a massive bag?
If I remember correctly, the big square cards are supposed to go in there, but it scratches the ends because they just barely fit. So I just
That's even
out.
worse design.
I'm giving this box a 7 because it is small, because it is compact. I think it is as small as it can be to avoid wastefulness while still being as big as it needs to be to have all the pieces. I hate dead space in boxes. And this is also something big enough that when I'm searching through my game collection, I can see it. I have a few games. They're called... What are they called?
Oh my God.
They're called like gum stick games. What are they called? They're called gum box games, but they're about the size of a pack of gum. And I always forget that I have them because they are so small. But yeah, I'm going to give this one a 7.
I was harsh. I
You
wonder why.
just looked at the giant scroll that is
I
the
know.
rule book.
I was like, oh my God, it just keeps going.
It does, and it's mostly pictures, which is my favorite kind of rule book.
I think that helps a lot because sometimes there's like, we bring up Catan every single episode, but the very first time I got Catan, it had a literal book, and there is still like times where we can't find a rule that we're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
This one I think is,
This is out of 10 as well.
the rules in general.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Understanding them, reading them.
yeah, we did one play practice, and I honestly don't think we needed to. We were in it first turn. Everyone kind of got it. I would say the rules are pretty straightforward. I don't want to give it perfect score, so we'll give it a 9.
I'm also going to give it a 9. The rules are very straightforward. This is a game I bring for like the end of the night when people are tired, but they still want to play a game. I'm like, okay. This is all the fun of chess without any of the mental gymnastics of chess.
Because even if you don't know what to do, you can just go. Just move anywhere. It really doesn't matter. You know what would be great for this game? I don't know what year this came out.
Oh, this was a while ago.
I was trying to look to see if there was one. An expansion set for this. You could truly add however many expansions you wanted.
This was a 6x6 grid. Could you imagine a 9x9 grid with late game nonsense?
Right? And then like One Night Ultimate Werewolf where like everyone has their main thing and that could be it. What if the expansion if you take this person but you have to do this action. Kind of like the companion cards. That'd be cool. Game of Thrones if you're listening.
There is, I can't link this YouTube video because I found it years ago, but I always liked it. But it was a board game / essay speaker video, and it was like, their gist was how could they better make board games or bake expansions, and they said they would make a version of this set towards the end of Game of Thrones. So instead of having all of the Starks, it would be the North in the fact that it was Jon, Sansa, Arya.
Like the people who are alive?
Yeah. But it would be that group. It would be Cersei's tribe. It would be Daenerys and the Unsullied.
Okay. I thought you meant like the North is in like we're gonna include Samwell because he's
No.
the
Well, but that would be
the Watch would be a cool That would be a cool house. Actually, that would be a great way to expand the game. Do the Unsullied. Do Dawn.
DORNE.
Yes, I almost said Dawn like straight up as the time, and that's why I stumbled. And then those would be great because then you're shuffling in rather than expanding the houses that are just there.
Yeah.
So that would be cool.
Even having, like, in the case of the Unsullied, I think they brought them up and they're like, they're not going to have a banner, but they're meant to be like, oh, I don't want to give you this character. I'm going to take this Unsullied, which is useless, but it puts you in a position where you're not taking any useful player.
Yeah. You could just take the Unsullied and just have them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was one where it's like, if you got enough plus Greyjoy or one of the other, like, in the book, lieutenants, it counted towards, like, the Targaryens.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a cool thing to think about.
Yeah.
Our next category is gameplay out of 10. How did you like playing the game?
I really did like this game. Like, we played a practice round and we played 2 quick rounds for the episode, and I'd play again right now if we wanted to play. I really liked this game.
So out of 10?
Yeah.
Out of 10?
I'm gonna give it a 10. I like this game. I like it because it's Game of Thrones, and the art is just hilarious.
We were talking before the play-by-play. Like, all of the old guys, they're like, how ugly can we make this old guy? And then the person in charge of drawing the woman just took a hit of his cigarette and he's like, what color is her hair and how big are her boobs? Like, the women have no detail outside of long neck, big breast. So
the men have all, like, detail and everything.
Yeah.
Poor Hodor. His card is so sad.
I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. It is, like, a very good game, but I can only play so many rounds before it's the same game.
That's very true. We played it with 4 people. You can play it with 2, but we played it with 4 because of the chaos of this group. It really would depend on your group of friends. Like, I mean, we even said it. I'm not going to win, but I'm going to make it miserable for you, and that's what makes it fun.
There's a 2-player variant, a 3-player variant, a 4-player all-man variant, which is what we played, a 4-player tag team variant, which would be like you and Crow are on a team, and me and Tyler are on a team, and we're both working to get the same banners.
Gotcha.
There is also the 3-eyed Raven variant, which is for 2 or 4 players, where it is like the game is played in complete silence. This would have been horrible content for you, but it is played in complete silence, and everybody gets 1 3-eyed Raven token, and the only time you're allowed to talk is you have to spend that token. So when you're playing in teams and you think your teammate's going to do something very bad, you can be like, you get 30 seconds to speak, and you're like, okay, don't do that. I can't explain everything without giving it away, but if you went for the Tyrells, they'll get a house, but we'll be able to do something big.
Yeah.
It's like, there's a lot of fun ways to play this. Even playing without the companions makes it interesting. The companions just add an extra layer to it.
The companions were great because, like, I mean, think about the row of Starks that we had. We were like, well, one of them can die and one of them can get stolen by 2 of the companions, so...
Damn those Starks and their willingness to get taken. Our next category is out of 5. It's short-term replayability. I think we kind of already answered this. It's, we just finished this game, out of 5. Are we going to play it again?
I would play it another round.
I'm going to give it a 5.
Yeah. Like you said, I couldn't play it for forever, but, you know, I can play 4 or 5 rounds of this really quick. It's like Sushi Go. You play a bunch of rounds of it, yeah.
The next game, Adversity, is long-term, so we just played it in a couple months. How likely are you to be like, bring Hand of the King?
Oh, I'm going to say yes, because I was going to ask to borrow this.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So a 5 again?
Yeah. Me loses a game, ranks this one the best I've ever ranked a game.
I'm going to actually give it a 3, just because part of the reason we're playing this is because House of the Dragon is starting to wrap up. This comes out 3rd week of August, so it is either ending or the finale is that
already
weekend.
out, yeah.
And I feel like, as fun as this game is, like, without the hype of Game of Thrones, I don't think it would have been so focused in my memory. But it's still a fantastic game. It's still always on the table, so I'm going to give it a 3.
Had Season 8 not sucked, I feel like Game of Thrones could have had a Star Wars level legacy.
Which is ironic, because the reason they did the last season of Game of Thrones so poorly is because those 2 writers were getting to direct a Star Wars film, but they did so poorly that they got that taken away from them.
We should stop giving them jobs.
Our final category is objectively out of 10. How did you like it?
I Out of 10, I'm gonna give this one an 8. I think it was fun. The the art is not of the characters directly from the show, but it's also not accurate to the books. It's kind of a morph of the two of them, which makes it interesting. You're not just like, I don't know if you guys have seen the ads for the Game of Thrones mobile game. And it's just like a cut and paste of the promo. And I'm like, oh, and there's nothing else in the game that has to do with Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Where this is relevant to Game of Thrones. The art is fresh and new. It's fun, it's different, and it's different every time you play because of the companions.
I'm also giving it an 8. Same reason. It is a genuinely quick and fun game.
Yeah.
It's easy for all levels of play. Like, I feel like we could teach this to some of our younger cousins.
That's what I was just about to say. Is like, I could play this with and the nice thing too is you can play this with younger kids because it is.
It's pattern recognition. It's directional.
It's more rated E. It doesn't have all the gritty, inappropriate things that Game of Thrones has, why they can't watch it, if that makes sense. So if you brought this to the beach house and one of the younger kids asked to play, I can say yes, because it doesn't have inappropriate topics.
I don't have to explain what Cersei and Jaime do that makes everything so weird.
Why does Khal Drogo take Dany? He just does.
Yeah, they friends.
They're just best friends.
With that, the totals have been calculated. This was a good scoring game.
We always score really close.
I scored this game out of 50 points, 40, and you scored it 41. So we were one apart. This is a solid B game.
Wasn't our last one that we did together 1 point off as well?
Yeah, slightly lower. I think it was like 35 and 36.
Yeah, it was pretty darn close though.
But yeah, this is a very solid game to have in your collection, especially if you like Game of Thrones.
What's the price point of this? Do you know off the top of your head?
No, but I'll flash a little number in the corner.
Yeah, we should start doing that. We should talk about the price point of these.
I have a spreadsheet of all of them because fun fact, I have homeowners insurance, not to brag. But one of the things our insurance person was like, if you say you own a bunch of board games, they're like, oh cool, we're gonna buy you Scrabble and Clue. So I have a list of every game I ever owned and how much it costs, so that they can give me all of my games in case of house fire.
Yeah.
I have a game collection worth about $6,000.
So we have a lot of content for this channel, so stick around and subscribe because we got a lot of games to play.
We have too many games to play. With that in mind, anything before we sign off? Anything you want to say?
Go Team Black. Rhaenyra is the true queen.
Go Team. Which one's Matt Smith? Is that also Black? Oh yeah! Go Team Black!
Yay, Doctor Who! Yay!
See you guys next week.
Bye.